Yeah, let's talk about quarterback. They're searching for one. Quarterback hot list. The name at the top of the list now takes on a different dimension to it because Aaron Rodgers was officially informed by the New York Jets this morning they will not bring him back. The Jets are cutting him loose. They're going to take a salary cap hit over the next 2 seasons by virtue of cutting him loose. Aaron Rodgers becomes a street free agent. He's got to decide whether he wants to play. I believe he still wants to play at age 41. Statistically, he had a pretty decent season on a troubled Jets team, but there was no consistency at all. Aaron Rodgers goes to the head of the list of the Raiders who are looking for a quarterback. Now, that being said, got to understand it's going to take a certain type style of quarterback to play, not so much for Pete Carroll, but to play for Chip Kelly, the offensive coordinator, coming in the front door. Second guy on that list is Sam Darnold. The Vikings have indicated they want to retain him, and they're going to open contract talks, but the price tag might go from the $10 million that he earned last year to maybe as much as $35 million after the superstar season that Sam Darnold had for Minnesota. But yet he will be a street free agent the first week of March when that window opens, and he'll be able to take offers from a wide variety of people. Third guy is Russell Wilson, who I do not believe Pittsburgh is going to bring back, but we're talking about a guy that's got 100,000 miles on him. Now, he fits more the mold of what Chip Kelly wants to run in terms of pocket presence, move the football, student of the game and all that, run and scramble, etc. But he's got 100,000 miles on him. I don't know what to make of the Kirk Cousins situation. I believe Atlanta is going to buy him out. Atlanta's going to take a salary cap hit, but Cousins is strictly a presence in the pocket. He's kind of like Darnold. He's a fixed position guy. I don't know whether Kirk Cousins matches what Chip Kelly really likes to play towards with the quarterback of his system. Ryan Tannehill has had a nice career. He sat out last season recovering from injuries, but he's got a lot of age on him. Different type of quarterback. He, of course, had success with the Tennessee Titans. Jameis Winston, we know 2 things. Throws a lot of touchdowns, takes a lot of turnovers in the process. He, of course, will be a free agent from the Cleveland Browns. Marcus Mariota's had a relationship with Chip Kelly. He's become more of a journeyman quarterback behind number 1 pick. They were, of course, together at the University of Oregon. The only problem with Mariota, I think there's a limitation as to what you can expect for him because when he plays well in spurts and he gets hurt. He's always been hurt just because of the way he plays. So, John, you got a hot list there. Boy, it's a lot of dynamic but very diverse people. What do you think the Raiders do?
Jesus, girls, and Marcus Mariota. You ever heard that line before?
Yeah.
So I mean, I remember I went to the Rose Bowl with my son, and when Mariota and the Ducks went against Jameis Winston in Florida State, and that was a really fun game. But I'll tell you what, you look at these names, and I'm a Raider fan. I'm not a hardcore Raider fan, but that was one of my childhood teams. I look at these names, I'm like, yeah, any one of those guys you can make a good argument for, because all you really need to, if the strategy is get a vet, have the vet come in and play for maybe half a season, maybe a little more, and you draft a young quarterback, then I can see every one of those guys being some level of a mentor.
I like Rodgers a great deal. Despite the persona and everything that he did with the New York Jets, guy can still ball. I don't know what to make of Darnold because he had such a good season under Kevin O'Connell, but by the end of the year, they figured everything out, and he regressed. His last 2 games, which were really important games, he didn't play very well. I think Father Time's knocking on the door of Russell Wilson. Cousins has made a lot of money, but Cousins has never bleeping won anything in his career. I don't know about Tannehill. Winston's a great personality, but we know the history. I mean, the TDs, the interceptions, the fumbles, and the sacks, the numbers are staggering. And Mariota is Mr. Backup North America, but I don't think you're going to go long distance. If I were king and Aaron Rodgers wanted to play, and I wouldn't pay him $50 million. But if Aaron Rodgers wanted to finish out and be in a good situation with Chip Kelly and obviously what Pete Carroll's going to build, I'd take Rodgers. But then again, I'm violating my code. The Raiders always take the shiny object off the wall. You like Rodgers? Who would you take?
The Rodgers call is really good. I mean, we brought that up last time we were together in our podcast. But what's the deal with the contract? I know by the Jets releasing him, they take a huge hit.
But if they announce they're releasing him effective June 1st, they split the hit into 2 different years against the salary cap rather than take the blast on a 1-year window. But if they release him, he can then commit and go to the Raiders.
Okay, so that can work. I can see that working out.
Okay, you're a football fan. Raider Nation out of jail on bail. That's what the talk show host used to say. You can join us in Fans Forum. Should I invite them to use the stolen laptop they have, Raider fan, to message us on? Is that how that works?
Yeah. The cell phone they smuggled into the prison cell.
Okay, Raider Nation, invite. Hey, we like covering it all, and we do cover all these teams, including the silver and black.